All right, all right, all right. Transparency in the chair, let me tell you, has nothing to do with hair, but stories that derive from the chair.
My name is Rae. My co-pilot is Kay. We are two hairstylists with over 50 years of combined industry experience, ownership, platform artistry, salon education, and mentorship. We are both two sages that have stories to tell.
All right, and you know how juicy it can get. It could be any chair. Think about any chair that you sit on. There's a story in the chair.
With authentic and transparent moments, we are bringing you the juice to you, along with our perspectives, of course.
This is what we're bringing to you every week with confidence and knowledge and nuggets that you will leave this podcast with so much inner feelingness, so much knowledge, so much power, empowerment. So tune in every week and we're going to drop the nuggets on you with special guests from time to time. So don't miss out. Join in to Transparency in the Chair.
Then that stood out. Kay and I do go to the same therapist. That was one of the tools she gave me that you just said. So I want to share this with the listeners and the viewers. When you go to somebody with a complaint or an issue or they've done a disservice, don't say you, it's I feel like this because I was embarrassed because I felt uncomfortable because. Now they may follow up with because you did this, but started with the I.
Right.
Because you're going in with that you did this and you did this, then they put this wall up and they're defensive all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then they're not listening to you at all. They're waiting to cut you off or talk about it.
Exactly.
So I can, just like you told me to do, it's been like this over the past, blah, blah, blah. When you come to your visit, I feel like I can't accommodate you. We're not on the same page with whatever it is, but it's an I thing, how I feel.
I get anxiety. When I see your name on the book.
When I see your, I already know it's going down.
Exactly.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
I already know it's going down.
Yes.
So
because anxiety is a thing, and then unspoken things are a thing too.
Absolutely.
Body language, tone, all of that. It's another language. And even though somebody didn't say something to you, if you're really in tune with somebody, you can feel their energy. You know, you don't even have to be around them. You can still feel their energy.
Right.
Because energy is definitely transferable, and you absolutely can connect with that person even if you're not next to them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so it's important for that. You know, you can feel, you know your friends.
You know your friends. You know who you can call at 3:00 in the morning and they get in the car. Where you at?
And you know the ones that be like, I seen that phone call, but I ain't gonna answer because I know she wants something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know she wants something.
Right.
I know
so then I'm
something.
just gonna act like I was asleep. Girl, I was asleep.
Girl, you all right?
Yeah, that part. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, so in that, males are different though, I think. We're gonna get some male objectives on this.
Yes, you will.
Like when how do males say, hey, look, you know what,
Look,
man?
bruh. That wasn't cool what you said.
Or it's time to exit this. I was like, do y'all make announcements? I mean, could y'all chime in on that?
Yeah, how does that work?
I'm gonna swing it over to my intern.
He's like, I don't know.
Just to get your perspective. Okay, well, for me,
While I drink my juice.
for me, it's where if you're just being an unruly ass, we just done. It's like I've always had this thing where I don't understand on a female side how you'll have friends that you don't like, but they're still your friends. I've never understood that concept because I'm like, I don't hang out with boys I don't like.
Right.
I hang out with my boys. I hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
If it's someone I don't like, why do I have them around?
Right.
So I just immediately just get them out of my way.
Yeah.
It's just negative.
Yeah.
You know, because typically it'll be where they start pulling you in and then you start being that same negative a-hole and you're like catching yourself being like that.
Yeah.
But third party, you're like, I tend to change when I'm around this person.
Right.
And people might call me out on it.
Environment.
Like, you know, when you hang out with that person, you act a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. And
It's
you never
about-
want to change yourself.
Yeah.
But is it being a product of your environment
I think,
unconsciously?
yeah.
You don't even
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
But you start.
definitely.
Yeah. Just like when I get on the phone with you, it's sister. You know,
Right.
my kids always know who I'm on the phone with.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's my brother, and then I have I have 4 brothers. 2 of them are deceased. Rest your soul. But the 2 that are living, when I talk to each of them, it's a different conversation.
Right.
I got one that's real cool, like, man, dog, you know, we all. Then the other one, yes, I went to the da-da-da. You know,
Yeah.
it's a difference.
Right.
Just like when you get on the phone with a Bill.
Right.
Yes, I'm calling to check. But you call your friend, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a different
It's
energy.
true.
But I think I would say when it comes to someone that's more on like a negative side, where they're just kind of around, And something you might have, I've had people like, man, why do you still hang out with that person?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, they don't seem to be like a good fit.
Right.
To your point with your client.
Yeah.
They're just kind of hanging around, and probably some of your friends are like, about time you got rid of her.
Yeah, like, why you still taking her?
That's true.
Because she's taking it, all of that.
That's true.
How do you feel, man?
Yes. What do you think?
What do you think? Yeah, welcome,
Hey,
Xavier.
Xavier to the mic.
I think guys in general, they have girls in general have a much deeper connection with friends. Guys, it's just, they don't hold grudges. It's just kind of like, hey, you did me dirty.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
Move on. And then later on, if they come back, you just catch up with them. Like, hey, it's like it never happened. I don't think.
And they throw you like a drink and like, hey man, I fucked up. My bad.
Right.
They were like, all right, cool.
We boys again.
Yeah,
Right.
We're good.
Us, we got to go through the motions.
We do.
Yeah.
We got to go through the motions.
I think because males are not as emotional as women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
We're
much
the more
agree.
emotional creatures. So, to your point, when you said, why do women still be friends when they know that I don't like that girl for
And
real,
they
for real.
are so uncomfortable at these events and
Yes.
these spaces.
And we do it.
You're kind of hoping you can mold them back to like, you're like, I kind of want you to be.
Is that the
cool with
nurturers in
this.
a female?
I think it could
Probably
be.
is.
Yeah. I've
Probably.
thought about it like that.
Yeah, because we're nurturers, so then we're feeling like, oh, it's gonna be okay, and we start making excuses.
Oh, we will make an excuse.
Oh, it's just because she going through something right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, forgive her because
Yeah.
she done broke up with her boyfriend, and
Yeah.
she's like this today because of
Yeah.
whatever. And then we're making those excuses for our other friends to be around this person.
Right.
When they know it's uncomfortable.
Right.
Where that person probably just needs to be chin checked. Like, girl, you are a bitch.
Yeah, like,
you
yeah.
got bitch tendencies.
Right. When you come
Stop.
right here, you're bossy, you're doing this and doing that.
Right.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always say for me,
Mhm.
check me shit. Put me to the side.
Yeah.
Hey, Kay.
Yeah.
Whether the group, whatever. Let me know, because you know what? You don't know you're offending somebody unless they say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like,
Right.
how y'all be like, okay, I was going to force us to do stuff.
Yeah, we already know what time it is.
Yeah, But however, if it's something really serious that it's a problem for real,
Yeah.
then for me, let me know. Because, I'm always the jokester, whatever.
Right.
So I welcome that because I don't want to offend anyone
Me
that
neither.
I'm around. If you're my clique, you my clique.
I just want everybody to be happy.
Right.
I
And
want
if we're
everybody
in that, we have to be able to address that.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah. I mean, we grown. What we
got
doing?
anything?
We grown. So,
We got anything we need?
do you and I?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
You got something you want to tell me?
No, just love you a lot.
I love you too, sister.
Yeah,
I do.
I think we should tell each other that more.
We should. We
People
should.
like friendships. We don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Only when like the shit hit the fan, then it's like,
Right.
oh, you lost a loved one, girl. I love you. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
No, give it to the people all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think with you and I, even with Khadijah, which you guys will meet, we have her as a guest on our podcast. That'll be airing, or should have already aired by now. Even with her, if something goes down, or we got a bad feeling about something, we
Right.
will call each other to the table. Be like, look,
Right.
And then what in 20 minutes? I mean, I've seen you. You've done it. I've seen you in action. Calling something to the table and are figuring it out now. Let's get it. Let's call it to the square. How did I offend you? Well, I apologize. And blah blah blah. I've seen you in action.
Right.
I've seen you work in friendships and relationships, live and direct.
Yeah.
With another hairstylist.
Right.
Because that's the environment that we're often in
Yes.
together. So, and I think you do it so well. And I've actually taken notes from you on the side, like,
Right.
dang, that was smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that
Because
if
you can feel your friend's energy. Like,
You can.
okay, did that rub you wrong? Because
Right.
that wasn't my intent. No, we gonna talk about this
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
You know what
let's
I'm
get it
saying?
out. Yeah.
Because I don't like the rabbit hole situation.
Mm-mm.
I don't like to feel, although we like, hey,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then kumbaya, behind the scenes, you already feel that there's an energy.
Right.
Know?
Are you like this bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like, oh gosh, she's gonna be there.
Yeah. Because then there's a big elephant in the room.
Exactly.
And then it's
I
like-
always like to address the daggone elephant. Like,
Yes.
hey.
Because I know I can't operate in my full potential and be my true self if there's this big dang on elephant in the room.
Right.
I love closure,
Even at work.
even at work.
Even
So
at
have
work.
you had an experience behind the chair? Have you had an experience either with a coworker or a client where you had to be like, this ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I had a client that kind of like gave me her opinion on, oh, where's the water? Where's this? If I'm paying for this, then this is my expectation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, everything you're asking for, it's here.
Yeah.
If you would have just asked me.
Yeah.
instead of assuming that it wasn't a possibility for your service.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because she did not communicate. When she did, it was just very aggressive.
Okay.
And I was like, I shut up, let her get it out.
Listen. Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, I'm glad you expressed to me what you're feeling versus not showing back up. You know? So this is what you're feeling. This is my solution for you. I don't ever come to me with a daggone problem if you don't have a solution.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because then we still got a problem.
Right.
You know, if I'm going to come to you and say, hey, I feel like XYZ, then I'm going to be like, and this is what I would need to correct that. That's me.
Right.
But always arguing or bringing the negative without a positive spin, then what are we doing?
Yeah. So if we can give some advice to, I guess, people in the service industry or has a chair, barber, esthetician, stylist.
Corporate. Because I hear a lot of corporate, you know, people are mad because they're not getting to the next level in their elevation of their jobs. Everything is on to God. And when it's your season, it's going to be your season.
Right. Yeah.
When it's your time, it's going to be your time.
Right.
If there is something that God might say, hey, you know what, you're not 100% ready yet for this, because whether you're not putting in the work enough or you're not ambitious enough in this area, then if it's something you want, then let's go. You got to put in the work.
Right.
You know?
Right.
If I want my relationship to be great in my friendships or my spouse or my child, I need to put in the work.
Yep.
You know, have those uncomfortable conversations.
To whom much is given, much is
required.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
so we have to have the uncomfortable conversations, even when we don't want to. But if you want better, you have to do better.
Right. So I would tell a young stylist, esthetician, barber who just getting in the game and doesn't know,
Or corporate.
yeah, doesn't know how to give that exit ticket. Even if that might not be the solution, but just to have that talk. First of all, I want to say, if you are in the service industry and you're an entrepreneur, you have the right to refuse service. Yes. I think that for one, you should be able to control your environment as much as possible. You are in control of who's in your circle, who's in your atmosphere, who's in your environment. If that person makes you feel uneasy, anxiety, or whatever, you are in charge of your peace. There's no reason, and I had to get there in life, you know, but there's no reason why you should continue to welcome and invite such negative energy in your atmosphere if you can control it. Yeah. So I know people, entrepreneurs especially, they try to hold on to these clients or customers because the whole money thing, I'm gonna lose that little source of income if I let them go. Listen, sometimes people need to, we say these prayers, remove all the negative people that are not for me, remove these people out of my circle. Then when they get ready to leave, you trying to hold on. Yeah. That's the exit ticket that's helping you out. Go with it. Because if not, they're going to show their ass even bigger. And you ain't going to like it. Right. So, So you know when to let go? Know when to fold them. Yeah. And I am a firm believer of being happiness trumps bullshit every single day.
Say that again.
Happiness trumps bullshit. Every day. Every day. So whatever you can do to control that and your happiness, I say do it. If you're worried about the money or the income, what God got for you, He got for you. Right. When the door's closed, another one will open. Just as soon as Miss Ruthie is the exit ticket, God got somebody else for me that's going to come in her place. Right. Because, again, happiness trumps bullshit every single time. And I'm in control of my peace to a certain extent. But what I can't control, I'm damn sure going to control. Right. If they need to be out, they need to be out. Yeah. I'd rather be happy. I love what I do. I look forward to coming to work. Not many people can say that. I look forward to coming to work. So why would I allow such negativity to bring me down? And I'm happy to be here. Why would I allow that? And I like my friend groups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love good friends because, like we say, in good friendships, me and one in particular friend, we, she even sent me a post the other day. She was like, when you have a friend, it could be months and Sundays. But we just pick up where we catch up. It's not we never question like, girl, why I ain't heard from you? Or where you been? And this and another. We just like, hey, girl. And then it goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like, I don't know if that falls under the sisterhood or friendshiphood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which one is it? It could be a little bit of both. Or it could be a little bit of both. Yeah. But that's the kind of stuff I like. Yeah. Whatever you need, I'm there for you. You know what I'm saying? I like for my friendships to mirror who I am. Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. If you don't feel like you're capable of being that, then maybe it's not a friendship that we have. We have an association. There you go. So
have the
or
right
agreement.
Yes, have the right categories in place. But if you do feel that it's a time, if something is disturbing you so bad, when you think about this person's name, or you see them, or you run across them, or whatever, it's time for a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
Let's not ignore, like it's gonna go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If at some point you gave this person a part of your life, then clarity needs to happen.
Yes, absolutely.
So we could agree to disagree, or we could get some clarity on, oh, well, damn, I had that all thought about wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do I fix that?
Right.
So I know you're always the fact checker,
I am.
and you have great fact checking skills to let people
thank you
know.
very much. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes. Because we want to help everybody out, because friendship thing is big. And through, whether it's mental health, that people start having mental challenges or whatever, behind the scenes of relationships, whatever it is, like, we have to get some kind of solution. How do we get through that? How do we set the boundaries? How do we communicate, to get to the next level?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's alone or with that person. Sometimes you gotta be alone.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Fact checker, I have found, ironically, on WebMD.
WebMD,
Isn't that crazy,
y'all.
though?
Yes.
Talking about friendships on Web, because that means you need friends.
Yes.
Okay. How to end a friendship, or the signs to move on. So when you realize that you're not a priority. I had to make a phone call to one of my friends when my mom passed away. She passed away in 2020. And it had been like a month. Now, she was there for the funeral, there for, all the shenanigans. But after a while, I had to call her. I said, hey, your friend's mom just died. You want to check on her? She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got this, I got that. Da, da, da. She just started rattling on. But the conversation didn't even go to, I'm sorry. It went to me. I've been through this. I've been through this. I'm like, well, damn, I was calling about myself. I wasn't really calling about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just let her, but that just reminded me I'm not a priority.
Right.
I'm not a priority.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you say it?
No.
So again, the lack thereof. And why didn't you say it? No, I mean, because this is what happens in real life. Why didn't you say something?
I mean, I figured I said what I said already. I didn't feel the need to bring it back. Like, I called you with my issue, and you made it about you. But she always makes it about her.
But then that's what. Okay, so again, you should have rallied it back, and said, "Hey, you know what? I noticed that when I am on the phone with you and I'm bringing up situations, then it rallies to you
every time.
Every time.
It's
not
about you right now.
But isn't it?
That's why you should. Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. But don't bring that back up. That was in 2020. That was in 2020. Don't bring it back up.
Do you?
I'm still talking to her.
I mean, but I'm sure that's not the only thing that she rallied back to herself. So, right. So that's what I'm saying. So it don't have to be the 2020 event. It could be the 2024 event, because it's always happening. So, and it's always happening because you know why? You never said anything.
Yes. And so we should teach our friends how we want to be treated, just like in a relationship.
Yes. Okay. Friendship is no different.
It's no different. Number two. When you realize you don't connect at the same level. Friendships work best when both people want the same type of connection. If you want a deep personal connection, but your friend can't or doesn't want the same thing, the friendship may become stagnant and unsatisfying.
So, do we say something at that point?
Right.
That it seems like we're moving in a different direction? Or is it like the unspoken language, like people should...
That can be a little tricky.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you say, hey, I know I'm going over here, and you're still right here. So do I try to bring you with me along for the ride? And then you could then say to me, hey, you know what? That's not the direction I want to go in.
Right.
Or do you just like piss it off in the wind?
Right. Because I have a coworker who is young, and her friend group is young, but she's stepping into her career. She has bills. She, you know what I'm saying, getting on place. She's doing these things, but her friends are still the party group. Don't have it together. But I give her my little advice. I'm like, hey, y'all not at the same level right now. Does that mean you need to give them an exit ticket? No, but maybe you need to verbalize that and say, y'all, look, I can't just go on a vacation at the whim.
Right.
For one, I can't submit time off at work. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You guys get PTO and all these things. I can't do that. I have to save up to take off. Two, I got rent now. I have this now. So we're not at the same level. And I told her if they don't respect that, something else might need to be said.
Right.
Because not that you're there in your purse or you're in their purse and you know what the money looks like, but if you say, hey, look, y'all, I'm on a budget. Just like your niece said, Lexi.
Yeah.
She was like, budgeting out loud. Look, y'all,
Yeah.
I'm saving up for this car. I can't be in the clubs with y'all
Mm-hmm.
this summer.
Mm-hmm.
If they are your true friends, they should respect that.
Right, like my good friend Candace.
Yeah.
When she laid it out, hey, look, because she was on a mission to do this bodybuilding thing and this and that, and that's my foodie friend.
Yeah.
So every Saturday we used to, go eat food. Like, what are we doing? Like, on the weekend, we're about to go eat some food.
Period, yeah.
So she had gave me the boundaries of, friend,
Yeah. Look now.
I can't be your foodie friend for the next 6 months. And I was like, what?
Right.
Take me out now. Take me out
Yeah.
now. But then she's like, but I will need your support and not tempting me with this good food that you're going to be eating or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to respect that, but I appreciated that she gave me the announcement.
Yeah.
So I knew what I was dealing with versus her taking the other route of just every time I'm like, hey, so where we going to eat? Oh, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
And then you thinking, well, dang, what I do?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Where it was more what she had going on and not I was been making it about myself.
Right,
like,
right.
what's up with us, you know?
Right.
So it's important, even in that situation, when you know it might be a temporary thing that something's going to shift in the relationship, have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? If I want to do something more individually, have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? But don't leave people out there to wonder
Ghost them.
that.
Don't ghost them and
is
don't
that the
just leave
ghost?
them hanging.
Yeah.
That's part of the ghost.
Yeah, that's part of ghost.
Yeah.
So let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let them know.
Number 3.
You give, when you realize you give more than you take. That happens oftentimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you're a giver. You know, so when you constantly doing and staying late with them and helping them clean up after events, but they never do it for you, or you constantly helping them with their kids, but they don't ever want to offer to keep yours, or whatever the case may be, that's another sign. You give more than you take. And that's another thing, communication is communicate that. They may not realize.
Right, like, let that be known too, though. If you're going to need your person's help, hey, come to the event, but I'm going to need your help
I'm going to need a
after.
cleanup crew.
Yeah, don't assume because we're friends that I'm just going to be there to do that, because I might have something to do after that.
Absolutely.
So it's not that I'm a bad friend. It was never communicated what you needed from me.
There you go, what you need from me.
Yeah.
All right. This one's easy. Your friend is disrespectful or mean. I mean,
Yeah.
who wants that in their circle? Nobody.
But people keep those people. They do. Because those be the fun people.
The disrespectful and mean people?
Yeah, they disrespectful in me, but then they be having a good time too, though.
They do.
There's two sides to them. Yeah.
I don't think I had nobody like that. I'm not sure. Cool.
Yeah.
I gotta think of that.
I've seen it.
All right. You've seen it. You've seen it live and direct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your friend is dishonest or holds back information. Looking like communication is kind of the solution to a lot of
Right.
these things.
Everything, right?
Very.
Yeah.
All
Very
right.
much so.
You downplay your friend downplays your accomplishments. Ooh, I had one of them. Everything I did. I remember, when I got my first apartment, girl, I was so excited and I got it. I'll never forget, it was off of 1960 and 290. I was over there in the Wortham area. I was, you know, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna come by and see your place. I was like, okay. She came by and she was like, oh, you got a garage? Well, my garage is attached to my apartment. You have to walk across the street to yours. Oh, you got cabinets? Well, in my apartment, we have da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you got everything but a downplay or a one-up.
It's not like I'm proud of you, sis.
Yes.
You know, oh, this is a great accomplishment and this and that.
Yeah, none of that.
No. She's not a good friend.
She ain't my friend no more.
No.
So how to end it? You want to talk about how to end it, and we can close? Like how to end it, and we're gonna end this podcast.
So I do want to say one other thing when it comes to when you need to know is focusing on the self-care of it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this says prioritize your self-care during this time. Engage in activities to bring you joy, practice self-compassion, and seek support from loved ones. When you are breaking up with someone, you are going to need a support system.
Okay.
Depending on the level that you care about this person or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, when you break up with your friends, it's like breaking up with your person.
And then you're
you
going
know?
through a grieving process almost.
Absolutely, because then you start reflecting on all the things that y'all did together, blah, blah, blah. So it is going to be kind of like an agreement process. So you do need that support system to kind of push you through that, you know? Because it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
You know, when you have a friend, it's like, that's my ride or die, you know? You deal with them more than you would like sometimes your family members, you know?
Right.
So it hits different. Yeah. It's like a loss, for real.
I slept good though after I fired Miss Ruthie.
Yeah. That's what anxiety does. I'm glad to see.
I didn't grieve nothing.
Right.
Uh,
Ruthie done got the doses.
Ruthie got the boot.
Yeah.
I am going to text her though. I'm going
Yes.
to send her a nice message.
Right.
All right. So how to end it? It just gives really 2 steps. Either you let it go, dissolve. You let some friendships dissolve on their own. This was the case for, okay, so they're giving an example now. But yeah, some friendships do dissolve on their own. I mean, I can look back at my friends from high school. We just kind of grew apart, and it was
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But the other thing is what we've been coming back to this whole podcast. Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's often best to have a conversation about why you're ending things, so both people feel respected and can move on with the understanding of why it didn't work out.
So
Closure.
before we get to the end, should there be some kind of saving moment to like, hey, I just want to bring some things to your attention, and then give it time to see if it could change up? Or do we just, are we just having to finalize, we need to talk?
Yeah. I guess it will
you know?
depend on if you really value the friendship or the situation and you want to possibly continue, as opposed to I'm done.
Right.
So we can still talk about it. I can still put things on the table because, I mean, everybody should want to grow
Right.
after any situation, right? So even if I'm putting this out on the table, I felt like blah, blah, blah when you did this. I like what I'm going to do with Miss Ruthie. I do not want to continue a stylist-client relationship with her. I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
It's been too long. I should have said something. And I'm going to say those things. So I guess it depends on if you want to continue the relationship, the friendship, whatever it may be. If you value that relationship enough, then yeah, maybe it should be some type of bridge there. Like, this is the opportunity for us to fix it.
Right.
I felt
We're in a
this
fork in
way.
the road.
How did you feel? Because
Yeah.
I felt this way.
Right.
How did you feel? And then if there's no resolve, maybe it's not valuable to them. So why do you want to hold on to it?
Facts on facts. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I hope we've helped someone today.
I know. And
think we
remember,
did.
yeah. Remember, it's, if you need to see, and sometimes you need to ask another friend, hey,
What you
I'm
think
going
about
through
this?
it. Yeah, I'm going through this with my friend.
Yeah.
This is my facts
Yeah.
that I'm feeling.
Right.
So what do you think? How should I handle that?
Like,
you know?
am I doing too much? Am I thinking?
Am I
Sometimes
overthinking it?
Yes, because I will overthink something the hell out of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's good to get counsel on that first.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your thoughts are clear. Have all your statements when you come to this person. That, hey, on this occasion, this is what you do.
Right.
This is how it makes me feel.
Right.
I don't know if that's the intent, but this is where we're going with it.
Right.
And I see that we're going down a rabbit hole.
Right.
And I value what we have.
Right.
So let's see if we can fix it.
Yeah.
You might not have known that I've been feeling this way. So let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that part. They may not even know that you've been feeling this way.
Yeah. So
Miss
have
Ruthie
that.
probably don't even know she's been giving me hell for 20 years.
No, because then we smile and wave.
Smile and
Hey,
wave.
hey, girl.
Check out,
Yeah.
hey,
Right.
how was your weekend?
Right. So, absolutely. So, I definitely think that we can learn something from this. And if we do need help, where do they need to look at that?
They need to. Oh well, this actually, Google, man. We just have so many resources now. Back in my day, we had to go to the library and just rely on the elders. But
Right.
we got some, some really nice resources on the Google.
Mm-hmm.
Google it. Go on YouTube.
And then knowing too, sis, if you've been friends for like forever and 50 Sundays, you have to remember age plays a part. When people reach a
Absolutely.
different milestone
Yes.
in their age, their thought process turns different.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So you might have been the party girl 20 years ago, and then now you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm good with reading the book,
Mm-hmm.
and sitting by the pool
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
And then that person's still holding you back to the, we turn it.
Yeah. Why you not doing
this? Yeah.
Like, look, I had to, no, for real. Because I had to come to you, sister, at the beginning of last year, what I kept saying. I got 2 graduates this year. I'm not going to be able to do. I got one coming out of high school, one coming out of college, girl. I got to put my little coins together. Wasn't I? Every time. And then, sister, look, there's a hair show. I'm like, sister, I got 2 graduates. I did.
But
hey,
I still had to throw it out there.
you
just
did.
in case.
But you did respect it.
Yes.
You did,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
Even-
I'm over here at home looking, like, damn, they in Vegas right now. But
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
You did a great job too, might I add.
thank you so much.
Yes.
Shout out to the graduates.
Shout out to the graduate, and I'm
Yeah.
glad. Shout out to you for making that possible, because that was hard. High school and college,
Yes.
same year.
Yes.
That's why never have your kids 4 years apart, guys. Just
Girl,
FYI.
and wait, but they're 3 years apart. Just one birthday is in September, so she had to wait a year.
Oh.
See?
Stretch it out.
See what
3-5.
happened
3-5. 2-5.
And then,
Don't do
right.
4-4 or
Don't do
3-4
that.
or
Don't do
3-4.
that.
You're
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that note being said, I'm still your friend.
Yes, you are. And I'm still your friend.
Yes, and
Still
I
my
like
sister.
that. Yes, sisterhood, friendship.
Yeah.
Let's get some healthy ones.
Yeah.
When you're healthy, your friendships are healthy, life is gravy.
Create your space.
Create
You are in
space.
control of your peace.
I like it.
To an extent.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right, y'all. Holler at us at transparencyinthechair@outlook.com. Check out our website, transparencyinthechair.hair. We will see you when we see you. So have we decided, can we say it's official that we will be airing an episode every Friday? Is it safe?
Every Friday.
Is it safe?
It's safe. No, I'm asking you.
It's safe.
Because I just want y'all to know, when y'all ask me, so when is next Friday? It's her. So we have committed to Fridays now, so you don't have to wonder what day is going to come out.
That's right.
Friday evenings, it will
7
be
p.m.
out at 7 p.m.
Central.
Time. Please share with your friends, your loved ones,
Yes.
and anybody you think that we can help in a certain situation.
Yes.
Appreciate you, and
We out.
We out.
Friends.
yes.
How many of us have them?
Friends.
Deuces.
Boom. All right.
If you want to be on the show or you have a show idea, email us at transparencyinthechair@outlook.com, or you can visit our website at transparencyinthechair.hair. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, but watch our full episodes on YouTube. Transparency in the Chair, y'all. Let's get transparent.
I let the music take you anywhere like tide. Cause it's me they calling the real loco. Mass play when I on the floor. Gal bend over and touch their toe.